Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Aries for the mid-October time period for different people. That could mean different dates, so I leave that up to you. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. Oops, that was my cat. Sorry about that. Please remember that this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. You may also want to check out your other signs as well. So in the past position, we have the Four of Cups clarified by the Six of Wands. In the obstacle position, we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. In the present position, we have the Tower clarified by the Knight of Cups, and in the future outcome position we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Three of Cups. So if we're looking at the past, it's interesting. We have the Four of Cups in the past position, which is a card of a person that was a little bit too focused on, some people believe, the negative, kind of willfully ignoring an opportunity that was extending itself. This is a person who is not very optimistic, more towards kind of pessimistic outlook sort of on life. It could also be a person who is not appreciative of the different things that there are perhaps in their life. Sometimes it could just mean a lack of perspective, so just kind of not seeing things for what they are really, and not kind of moving towards a goal, because the person is sitting by the tree, and by the looks of it, that person has been sitting there for quite a while. So definitely there is not a lot of progress, there's not a lot of moving forward. Interestingly enough, it is clarified by the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory and triumph and achievement and recognition. So in the past position, to me, the combination of the Four of Cups with the Six of Wands suggests that maybe in the past you wanted a little bit more popularity, and you were not sort of getting as much as you kind of thought you wanted, or thought you needed, or perhaps earned or deserved. It seems that sometime in the past you kind of wanted a bit of recognition that was not sort of shown, which kind of left you a little bit disappointed, a little bit kind of pessimistic. In the obstacle position, we have the Four of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. The Four of Swords generally is a card of rest and recuperation and taking a little bit of time off after a battle. So kind of, this person definitely has earned the rest that is coming. But when the Four of Swords appears in the obstacle position, it suggests the rest could actually be kind of forced, sort of forced isolation, or forced kind of solitude, maybe feeling bitter about it, definitely not feeling super happy, which of course I think very much tied into the coronavirus pandemic that most people are going through right now. So definitely feeling a little bit maybe stuck in the house, kind of stir crazy a little bit, wanting to move, wanting to travel, wanting to go places, and being unable to do so, which does take an emotional toll, a psychological toll as well. Sometimes a change of scenery is very good for you. The Eight of Wands is generally a very positive card. It suggests ideas, it suggests communication with people. It's also very directional energy. But in the obstacle position, it suggests that you may be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You may be kind of rushing into things too quickly and not really thinking about something that is important, which may actually kind of create problems later on. So definitely the divine here is kind of giving you a warning that make sure that you don't kind of self-isolate too much. Make sure that you do reach out to people. Make sure that you do communicate to people. Even though, a lot of people are going through different things. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you just don't feel up to it. Just emotionally, mentally a little bit too much sometimes. The swords also can stand for hurtful words being said, behind your back. So maybe that is what is preventing you from maybe reaching out and whatnot. So definitely it's a period where on one hand you may be getting rest, but on the other hand you may not be getting rest at all, as there is lack of movement and lack of progress. And so definitely that brings us to the present position, which is the Tower, of course. Now, some people panic when they see the Tower. It actually is not. It's a card that means different things to different people. For example, there are people who, see life differently, and for them an exchange of words or kind of disagreeing with someone is not the end of the world, but to some it is. And so for different people the Tower card means different things. It could definitely means there's going to be a little bit of a disappointment around the middle of October. Perhaps you had plans that were scheduled that unfortunately got canceled. Perhaps something was going to go one way and all of a sudden it just kind of went a different way that you weren't hoping for it to go. Not perhaps a very favorable way to you. However, there's room for other things, other opportunities. The Tower clears the way for new ideas and new freshness. So definitely, most people regard change as kind of unwelcome. It's can be anxiety inducing, but the Tower here definitely promotes new beginnings and suggests that better and brighter things are coming your way. And what I really like is that it is clarified by the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a very caring person, kind of sometimes obvious, sometimes not obvious, but there's definitely someone around you who is aware of the Tower situation and who wants to make things better for you, who wants to make things smoother, so that, or maybe help you outright overcome a crisis. So definitely there is a friend that you have, and for some reason I'm getting a strong vibe that friend is gonna, take some reins into their own hands. So they're definitely going to be proactive and very much in helping you. So definitely there's a lot of God, sent help that is coming your way. Divine help is definitely coming your way. And beautiful Queen of Wands is in the future outcome position, clarified by the Three of Cups. So definitely the Queen of Wands is the divine trying to basically communicate to you that you may want to be open to people's ideas. You may want to be open to people's suggestions and speak to others, reach out to others, be approachable so others feel good reaching out to you. Definitely the Queen of Wands suggests you need to, work on strategy and planning and make sure that you know a very good direction in which you're going. So like make sure that you have things set out the way you want them, so in a year or two or three you have whatever it is that you want. Perhaps you want to have a certain amount of money, or you want to have a certain relationship, or you want to have some there's steps to make it towards that goal. And of course the Three of Cups is a wonderful card in the future. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of kind of coming together, feeling part of a community, feeling part, like the people are sort of kind of surrounding you. Definitely there's going to be a bit of a bump in the month of October, but it is not anything that you will be unable to overcome. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with the three energy oracle cards that I pulled, and they are the Thinking Woman, door to spirit, and financial constraints. So definitely this financial constraint seems to me has something to do with the tower there. And it looks to me that the probably a female in your life, if there isn't a female now, there soon to be, who's going to help you with a problem. She's going to come and she's going to counsel you or provide guidance or help. It could be a mom, it could be a teacher, it could be a mentor, it could be, many different people. Definitely someone who's going to provide counsel, someone that is going to give you maybe words of encouragement, words of support, remind how strong you are, how tough you are. You definitely, and of course the door to spirit card is a reminder that you may want to ask the divine for things that you need help with. It's always good to meditate. It's always good to kind of shut off the noise of the everyday and quiet your mind so that you can focus on what is truly important. But the door to spirit also is suggesting that there's a message coming your way, and it's going to be a very good message. For some it's going to be more like a healing message. For others it's going to be like a supporting hand, someone reaching out and helping overcome this potentially financial constraints period of time. So definitely make sure you kind of watch your money, try not to spend frivolously. A lot of times people suggest that when you get paid, go ahead and immediately take out a certain amount for savings or what have you. So definitely make sure you educate yourself in those matters as well. Let's see what answers from angels we have. And they are in the near future, yes, and get more information. Wonderful. Definitely the spirit and the divine is here to help you. Please remember, Aries, that October is, that time of a period in the year during which you can reach out and manifest and ask for help and, say little affirmations or prayers. Make sure that you consistently monitor your thoughts. Make sure they are positive. Make sure they are, doing the best for you. Definitely, make sure that before you make any major decisions, that you get more information. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting, Aries, and I will see you next time.